very unique way of consuming and, more importantly, dealing with digital. There is no right or wrong way. It is a personal choice that one makes. So, Vilakshan, from what I know of you, you have a new gadget every week. So let's have a number. How many gadgets do you have on you right now?
Right now, about five. I have a OnePlus 5 powering my iPhone, iPad as a hotspot, of course, and I'm my AirPods, and I've got another device probably lurking in my car somewhere.
Okay, wow. So, with so much tech in your life, tell us, how do you deal with this onslaught of digital in your personal life?
I tend to focus on the ecosystem. So typically, all new devices that I tend to acquire, they focus either on the Android ecosystem or the Apple ecosystem. I favor the latter one, which is Apple. So I have my HomeKit devices, so I'll have the Philips Hue powering my lights. I'll have so I'm actually even looking at the front door having an automated lock, which I can unlock through my iPhone. So that's the direction that I'm currently going in.
Okay, so what you're saying is that you use the ecosystem part of the digital to really make your life easier.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. So, with all these experiences of digital, can you share maybe a particular instance where you felt this is a wonderful experience and that I must take this experience to my customers?
Absolutely. So, I'll give you an example. As a businessman, obviously I need some banks behind me. So, went through my primary bankers to get a loan, for example. And so, dealing with my main bank, which is Kotak, I love the bank in terms of the app that they have. Actually, it's the app which centralizes my entire financials. But when we go to the loan processing system, the way Kotak has adopted it, they want all the documents to the respective person, but their mail size doesn't allow more than 3 or 4 megabytes.
Yes.
So
yes.
how do I send him a
experience
understand that, right?
how you try to send a document
Absolutely.
and it just doesn't reach them because
Absolutely.
there's a file size limit.
Exactly. So then what's the option? Then you can use cloud services like Dropbox and Google Drive, and obviously those probably will not work in a banking network. So what do? You actually digest a very major risk that you send the documents to somebody's Gmail account, which personally is not something I was comfortable with. So the option that was given to me by the Kotak guys was, why don't you print out all the documents? I said, well, that's about 400 papers that I need to print
Wow.
out,
Okay.
which is like 4 or 5 hours job considering I don't have a really fast printer. And that's actually what I ended up doing, which was a very bad experience to start off with. Not to mention then once they take all that stack of papers, they actually then scan everything and then they start the file. So you can understand the duplication of work, and inherently it will create a lot of factors of documents going missing. So it goes a lot of back and forth in that scenario, which actually leads me to a very interesting scenario now. All the banks in India, they prefer not to do business directly to their own customers. Like I'm the primary customer here, but they feel that it is better suited for a direct sales agent to collect all the documents physically or even get it through digital means, and then they submit it to the bank, which
So, if I may interrupt you here,
Sure.
so what part of this your experience with the bank? What was the good part that you took back and said that this is something I must have my own customers experience?
Absolutely.
And also, what was the not so good part that you said this I must not make a part of my company strategy? So, give us these two takes.
So good thing is that if you're not able to deliver something which helps your sales process, you're actually doing injustice to your own company. Now, as a IT leader in the bank, it's great that you comply to all the RBI standards and you've got the best security in the world. Excellent, But if your bank loan officer is not able to acquire the documents necessary for him to do his job, then you're not doing justice to him. So it doesn't really matter how great the IT systems are, they are actually failing your own customer and your own sales employee. So in the end, he's the one who suffers because he's not able to deliver on his sales targets. So this is the same thing I try to replicate to my end users. I'm actually into the mobility space, and I always twist the argument on top of its head that, hey, the guy, you are not buying a software which you're going to force the users to use. You know, in mobile, that's how it works. It's the user who must accept your app, right? And you need to bundle the security in the background so it doesn't hurt his user experience. So this is non-IT. IT is not known for making things pretty. They know how to make databases. They know how to make really horrible user interfaces. I mean, you go through any look at Domino's app, for example. It's managed by IT, and the Domino's mobile app is a horrible user experience. Right?
So what you're saying is that this is what you took back from your experience of working with the bank, that you made sure that the user interface that you provide to your own customers must facilitate them and not inhibit their experience of working with you.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Absolutely.
Wonderful. Vilakshan, digital's everywhere, right? Your life is full of tech. So, and there's automation everywhere. Everything is getting impacted. Jobs are getting impacted. Skills are getting impacted. So how do you as a professional keep pace with this change?
If you follow the bell curve, there'll always be laggards, right? And traditionally, I felt that being an ex-CIO, I've always tried to be at the experimental kind of a zone where we try out new technologies, new ideas. Because unless you try out new technologies and new ideas, you would not fail. And you cannot be afraid to be the first one in the industry and be afraid to fail. Because I have had failures in my life, but I always learn from my failures.
So what you're saying is that that it's important for people to not be afraid to experiment.
Absolutely.
And it's okay to fail, right? Because there's something to learn from every failure.
Absolutely.
So what you're saying is that with technology evolving, you learn by doing and learn by failing, and it's absolutely okay to do that.
Absolutely.
Wonderful perspective, Will. In the end, if I may ask you, is there something from the old world, the pre-digital era, if I may say, that you miss in your life?
Let's see, what do I miss? Personally, I miss the fact that I would like to spend more time with my family, and go to places and see new things. That still remains even till today.
Yeah.
But we do have a way in which you get around the problem that you may be able to share much more than you were able to, and that personal touch is something you do long for, and then you definitely look forward to on their yearly or bi-yearly vacations. So yeah, that's a contact point that I definitely feel that could.
I absolutely agree with you. There's so many times, it happens with me where I just WhatsApp people for their birthday, right?
Absolutely.
Earlier we would pick up the phone and call them or go and meet people, and that was a wonderful person-to-person connect. That I feel we miss out on sometimes because of digital.
Absolutely. I mean, think about it. I mean, on my LinkedIn, I have about 4,000 people I follow or I connect with. Now, imagine it's my birthday and I've got like 1,000 happy birthdays. Now, obviously for them, it's just a click of a button and I've got a happy birthday. Not official. I mean, technically speaking, I should reply to every single one. Now, that's just for my day. The next day, it's somebody else's birthday. So we are even though we have the opportunity to send a happy birthday to a person that we barely know, or maybe we know them well enough, but now you have an explosion of happy birthday greetings which you cannot reply to practically.
True,
right?
True.
So these are kind of information overload from a personal experience.
Absolutely.
I would say.
digital overload in our lives. So,
Absolutely.
thank you, Will.
Yeah.
So that was Will's perspective on how he deals with digital. Viewers, if you have someone you'd like to see here on the hot seat and understand their perspectives on how they deal with digital, send us their details, email it to us on connect@greyhoundgroup.com or tweet to us at Greyhound Group, and we'll be happy to reach out to them. Thank you for watching.
Thanks, guys.